for like I don't know. It's like the 5th time in a row we've sat in a call together. Parsec's been open. You know, we've been about to cast, and then something has happened, whether it's on our end or the player's ends or something in the the back end of production and stuff. It's been a right riot. I just want to cast, man. I just want to cast.
Well, now you're here. Who are you casting?
We are casting Mouseplayz White, I believe, and Doublecross Esports. It is a fight, basically to avoid 6th place here, which basically means relegation from Open Division.
It does. The top 5 are safe. The bottom have to re-qualify again. You really don't want to have to do that because of all the competition. There's been a lot of teams pushing up, even towards contenders this season. You don't want to be in that kind of horrible fight. You'd rather just win this one game, outdo your opposition. These guys are on the same points. They're in 5th and 6th. Only one of them is safe after this. So all the stakes on this game. And then later, I believe 2 days after today, maybe just in 2 days, there is another game which is the top 2 looking to push on for the promotion spot, but we'll wait for that. We've got a more interesting one here, which is who's at the bottom, who is not. Doublecross and Mouseplayz. I've seen them in the past in Open Division, and I've been impressed by both of them. I've seen Doublecross across numerous seasons in other things. We were talking about them just recently in Plat League elsewhere.
No Reflex Championship.
Yes, and I've been quite impressed with them. I think they're a pretty good team, especially on a map like Cafe, but that's not where we are today.
Yes, we're at the staple of T4. We're at Clubhouse. Probably definitely the most fun map to cast. I'm being totally not sarcastic here.
All I hear is positivity.
Yep, it's very bog standard as far as maps goes. He who has kind of the best team cohesion really wins, because there's nothing too kind of in depth or out of the ordinary you can do strategy wise. So it's really about your coordination and your gunfights and just how you're playing on the day. So it's kind of a favorite map for T4.
Yes, and I'm very interested to dive on into it, which we'll do in just a moment. These players, I've seen a lot of them have lots of very strong performances individually. I want to focus on Jailbreak for Mouseplayz White, running in as the Ash in his previous, I believe it was the previous match in Open, at least the last one that I casted. He was fantastic. Got my eye on him, especially. Anyone Doublecross sticking out to you at all?
To be honest, throughout the season, I haven't been following their performance.
That's fair. You haven't been here
much. Too much. So I'm not particularly familiar with the team, but to be honest, considering the stakes of how this could go either way for each team, I think we're gonna see some stellar performances out of either side. Because really, if they don't, it's done so for them.
Last Chance Saloon for these boys, and apparently FLXHY is fleshy. Now I want to talk about this because that is not right.
That's
when you're, I don't know if it's the same it is the same in game, which we are going into now. So it'll be here on Clubhouse, so you can look at it yourselves. That is not. If you want to be called fleshy, don't write your name like that. Anywho, ban phase. You've been talking about like, the typical plays, and it's just a matter of doing the typical thing. This is the chance for the teams to really mix it up and give us a bit of a different map to usual. Do we see that happening?
It's possible. There's just like Clubhouse is slightly solved, right? So there's a certain amount of operators that you can ban that are viable, and there's certain that there's no point unless it's like a direct counter ban. Thatcher is one of the kind of overarching bans. You either usually see a Thatcher or a Maverick or both coming out. For example, I am in fact a Prophet, by the way. And then on defense, you usually see a mix between, you'll probably see Kaid or Mira. Maybe you'll see a Valkyrie get banned out. But to be honest, nothing too major. Possibly a Maestro, and nothing too strenuous. There goes your Mira.
No, it looks like we've got the normal. We could see a bit of a weird mix-up. I've seen so many weird bans as of late, even on maps like Clubhouse. Lots of Jaeger bans and things like that. As of late, that's mostly over in like contenders and especially majors, which has had some very important games going on in the background today for rescheduled games and the like. So if we do have results at any point, I'll let you know. But the final ban, a less traditional one, is the Goyo. So it's going to be that much harder for Mouseplayz on their defensive side to delay if they do want to go for a very slow the opposition down style of play.
I was gonna say maybe a Goyo ban, but to be honest, I didn't really expect it to come out. I was expecting it to be far more default, but Goyo is very viable, especially for basement. If you want to like get rid of the shields in like long hallway and around blue, usually you'll have the smoke shield around blue, but just to get rid of those shields in positions like blue, dirt, long hallway, banning the Goyle is brilliant because it makes them. They either have to pick an operator like Echo and still sacrifice one shield rather than Goyle's two, right? Or they just don't bring it at all and they lose two shields. They have to choose now.
Well, the other thing is that Kaid isn't banned. We've lost the Thatcher, we've lost the Maverick, and Kaid is in play. That's going to make Kitchen a bit different later on. But we're starting off on what might be a surprising site for Doublecross to come across immediately, which is Jim. So they might not have exactly the right lineup, although it's probably going to be quite static regardless. Anywho, they've got a lot of standard operators here to deal with. They won't be surprised by the setup, which is the castle across construction, have the angles ready to block any breaching, and it's going to come down to the individual players inside of these pretty much death boxes like Cash, which people like to just hide in and then stay there until they're dead, that sort of thing. I'm not sure who's going to play that spot, but whoever it is on Mouseplayz, they could probably do a decent job.
Based off Mouseplayz's lineup, I would say you'll probably see Jailbreak in there.
Yeah.
And it looks like Zano's also playing there pretty aggressively. He's got the C4. But yeah, no, based off their lineup, Jailbreak, Zano, that's a good combo to have in those positions. What I want to look at is the choice to bring the IQ on Doublecross's side. With Maverick and Thatcher banned, I don't think you really have space for the IQ just because of how you want to kind of open things up. And look what they've done here. It looks like they're trying to ban it open the top of the wall and then nade the mute jammer off. That's kind of smart, and it works, to be honest. I think the grenade falls through the hole between the reinforcement and the regular wall, but I'm pretty sure that it still got it off just because of how the fragmentation system works nowadays.
Well, just after the first minute, a good bit of team play from Doublecross. They knew what to expect and they dealt with it immediately, despite their lack of operators who can specifically deal with it a bit easier. Still aggression coming from Zano. He was over by Cash, but he's retreated towards the site. He's not found the first, but it's his teammate actually has been taken down. It's the Castle of Hammy.
Yep, Fleshy taking him out. Zano's recognized that this is indeed a Jacuzzi side take, as Code absolutely ruins Ethan there with a nice SMG-11 shot from the gym hatch. But look at Smarts. He's already in the site. Toucan taken out. They have a massive foothold here. Now it's up to players like Zano to kind of play the C4, stop the plant. Code's in gym right now as Jailbreak brings it back to a 3v3. He's now playing by Mattress. Does he know that there's one inside bathroom? It might not be an issue though, as Nice Shirt swings over. He might have had the information there. As C4 flies out, Zano doesn't know he's at the bottom of main, and Nice Shirt takes out two while Smarts cleans up Zano. Or was it Zano? It was not Zano. That was Nice Shirt's kill. It was whoever it was. I believe it was Code.
What an incisive round from Doublecross. The sort of thing we expect from them. You expect a team at this level on Clubhouse to give us a good performance, but that was something special. They moved on in, they noticed the weak points, and then they ignored pretty much the areas that was so much prep put towards by those defenders. They reinforced over by Cash. They did a lot, and they went, you know what? We don't need to do that necessarily. If we can just blast on in through their open rotate into showers, and they did. They won all the fights despite the very potentially dangerous positioning of some of those players, especially the smoke tucked inside of Jim could have been a huge issue. They just didn't let it be. Won all the fights, done. Easy, 1-0.
Well, it's just one of the beneficial kind of attributes of attack, you know? As a defense, you have to almost consider every option, take gambles of where they're going to go, you know, defend this place, defend that place, and stretch your forces out on, in basically a big line or square. Sano is using a skin that might be emberized there. Actually, no, he's, that is the, that's like the, yeah, that's like the Chernobyl-esque mute skin there, so there goes him and his mute jammers, and probably his position there. They're going to have to now sacrifice one of the other players' positions, or just leave it open.
That's massive. They've dropped the kite from this lineup, which means that with the mute immediately dead, having not put down...
Yeah, there's your wall denial.
He might have... Did he put one?
I don't think he's able to.
No, he hasn't done. That's really unfortunate. It means that that site is pretty much going to be free real estate for those attackers, and we know they love opening things, getting on in their double cross. This is a really good start for them if they just identify that and move. But currently, they're just moving across from the west.
By the looks of it, it's supposed to be a very, very lounge-centric hold. But as of right now, Code's kind of sitting alone in Logi. He's about to make a rotation. I have no idea if they're on the connector window, so this might be a bit of an issue. They're on his hatch, though, and he's going to shoot the legs of Fleshy, and he's going to get them down. But it's whether they pick him up or he manages to escape, and Ethan takes him out. Code with a pistol, just desperately running, looking for an exit there. He kind of committed there on that roam, and gave them the kill. It was a 1v5 in that situation. It's very unfortunate for him.
Deer in the headlights everywhere he turned. There was a double cross player very quick to pinch on that position. They are very impressive. What a start they've had from the team who are, I guess, technically bottom of all the teams who are still in, but that doesn't really count for anything at this point with all the dropouts from teams. So it's just a matter of not being below Mouseplayz. That's all they need to do. Win out this game. Any points will do, but they've lost a man in response. Still good garage control from Mouseplayz, and no breach on the main wall, which has no denial, which would flush Jailbreak out this position and isolate Hammy.
I think it's definitely a misplay for them to not take the breach as Toucan takes Fleshy to the underworld there with the SMG-11. He's sitting on island, he's swinging, he's playing really, really aggressive, trying to just be as much of an annoyance as possible. Because his days are numbered in that position if they clear him well. Nice shot, gets the trade onto Jailbreak. Looks like he was trying to hop through the rafters window there, and Nice shot just takes him out. Smart's holding a close angle. I'm excited to see where these gunfights go in the next couple of seconds. But look, Cali's below, has Zaku just chilling out. He knows there's one on rafters, and he knows there's one on island. But I'm pretty sure that Hammy knows as well. And now it's a gunfight, but Nice shot's deep inside of CC. It's a 1v versus 2. One on red, one on the CC rack. He swings close with a shotgun. Waits for it. He finds it! It's a 1v1. 22 seconds left. This could be the round for Mouseplayz. He gets smoked out. Toucan! He wins it, and he gets the ace! Oh my lord, that is some brilliant smoke plays. Put that in the montage and the question mark as well. Oh, I love the toxicity. I love it.
I mean, the question mark is my response to that. Fantastic play from Toucan. You said he was being a nuisance when he got 2 kills, but he just persisted, stuck behind Island, a position that they couldn't do too much about directly with the I mean, they had the intel, but they still got to swing in. They still got to use their utility, but the sledge wasn't around with those nades. They couldn't flush him out. And when they came in, they pushed individually, one by ones across the board, and he just kept winning them. And what an impactful player he could be. He was another standout player in the previous match alongside Jailbreak. I believe he got 9 kills, if I remember correctly. And the impact plays in general from him were outstanding. And what a start from Mouseplayz. Being 1-0 down, you need this. This is a big, big game. You're on your defensive clubhouse. You want to be taking 4 rounds, most likely. At least 3. What a way to assert yourself in this game.
Oh, certainly. I bet you Toucan's feeling himself right now. The ace and the 1 versus 2. That is brilliant. If Doublecross clear that more tactically, you know, they send one below, maybe they just nade him with Fleshy's nades, then that doesn't happen. You know, throw a couple Zofia stuns at him. Actually, no, they didn't. Did they have the Zofia there? I'm not particularly sure. No, they had the Kali, a Kali which they didn't even use to open main breach. That was just a really kind of poor attack from Doublecross, to be honest, because
maybe they didn't realize that it was the mute who was dead, so they assumed there would be something there.
Quite possibly, but they bring the Kali anyway, so that denial is excuse the pun, mute point. So honestly, that just needs to be kind of ironed out on the side of Doublecross, because Toucan realistically should not be surviving there. However, he did, and he got the ace, so well played to him there. But as we go on to the next round, it looks to be like a half roam clear over towards Jacuzzi side. Yep, drones going in. However, they're not droning over towards Cash and CC. That's because Smarts has a drone over by, I believe it is the red stairs there. Yep, look, he's off the drone rafters. That's very efficient from them. His Fleshy's already in connector. This saves a lot of time. However, it has the added kind of ailment of you can't follow up drones if there are people there. However, if they aren't, you have the ability to know, okay, it's clear, we can get in.
Yep, it's just a simple take from Doublecross. Second floor done, next up first floor, and there is very little resistance. Everybody's already backed off to the site for Mouseplayz. No lurky roamers around, except for Zano, actually. Is he in the bathroom or lower on the stairs? That was just
he's lower on the
angle.
stairs.
He is low, but he's going to encounter the first. He's taken down by Ethan. Well, his position, very much known, or if it wasn't, it's a good shot from the Ash, and that's the first for Doublecross.
Ethan just sprinting down there, just not a care in the world. Shift W, and Zano just does not hear it. That is very unfortunate for him. 1 minute left now, and they're trying to open the kitchen hatch. It might be a kind of armory type main stairs kind of execute we see going in here, just based off the positioning of the players, as we start to see just a couple more things going. That's Smarts taken out, I believe, on the main stairs there, and that's the Fuser. So Code just taking him out and doing bits for the likes of Mouseplayz. 30 seconds left, and there's not much that has been done yet. Ethan takes out Jailbreak, Code gets another one onto Fleshy, and Toucan taking out Ethan. This is just remarkable. The angles are being held. Just Mouseplayz are absolutely just stopping Doublecross from entering anywhere upon the site. And Doublecross are feeling like they should lash out, and really it's just not working because they're holding angles and holding crosses so well. However, the drop goes out, and yeah, there's the double kill. Hammy and Code cleaning up. That round was lost far before the timer was called and the point was put on the scoreboard for Mouseplayz there.
I think that round was maybe won in the operator pick phase, given the bans. Kaid is in play. They got nothing to counteract it, so they just didn't opt for going for the hatches. And it was simple enough for the Kaid to sit there comfortably in Moto, hold angles, win the fights. He got a triple that round, the Kaid, and then no one had to really worry about anything. And it came down to 2 men dropping the hatch at the end with no diffuser. Just really, really poor from Doublecross. Not the sort of thing that we've seen from them in these first 2 rounds. Despite that collapse in the second, that was more a moment of brilliance from Toucan than anything else. But it has found Mouseplayz with a second round in a row, 2-1 advantage on the defense. No real surprise there. And we are back to gym and bedroom. That might be somewhat questionable, as this was a good round from Doublecross and not quite as well contested from Mouseplayz as you might have hoped.
Certainly. I think if Mouseplayz hold on to bathroom just a little while longer, they have gym door castled off. And they realistically should have logic control if Hammy doesn't get killed by Fleshy.
It's a tough point to decide what do you do, because they must have identified Doublecross are going for these single-sided moves. They're pushing from one direction with one main plan, and then they're executing it like that. They know this for Jim. Maybe put less pressure on holding across towards Cash, but is that playing into their opposition's hands, because it means they can just go take it? I mean, it looks like they're just going to do the same thing, which was an issue last time, can they do to adjust? Maybe just being more ready for a rush in across by Jacuzzi.
Whether they do the same strat or not might not make too much of a difference here. However, it's what the players intend to do. It's the rotation times. It's, you know, calling it. They now know what they're gonna do. So, you know, if like Code or something goes, right lads, they're taking Jacuzzi again, everyone can rotate and do this, that, and the next thing. But it's really holding on to those two main points of Bathroom and Logi that'll keep them alive within this round.
Well, the Kali is going to help this time. They didn't need some acrobatic Hibana-made action to get rid of any mute jammers. They've just done it very simply, but... Ooh, here comes... Oh! I was hoping that might connect with someone.
Imagine he pressed that. Code would have been gone.
Through that open breach as well. That would have been a crazy throw, but unfortunately misthrown by the mute. He doesn't get anything, but he hangs on to that C4 for later. Him and the Melusi could be quite impactful with that, given the soft floors within the site if Doublecross don't clear their ground. And so far, not quite as snappy as last time. We're about halfway through the round, and they are yet to make any ingress, I believe, even into the map itself, really, into the building. Oh, no, I'm mistaken.
Oh, Ethan is just just at the top of main. However, it's been called out and Kami gets the trade. He goes for the swing onto breach, which is ill-advised, and he ends up getting taken out. Hazaku through the bookshelf. That is a 1-for-1 trade, and Doublecross end up on the man advantage there. As Code just has to stick around. Zano getting taken out. Quite possibly on the windows. Jailbreak goes for it again, and he manages to take out someone of the repels. Fleshy takes him out instead. It's now a 1 versus 4. Code stuck in Bathroom. They almost definitely know where he is. He's fired some shots, so they definitely know where he is. He gets swung from Master, and there he goes. Smart's taking him out with the SPS SMG-9.
Ethan appearing at the right spot at the right moment. I was having Geico's in Arsenal flashbacks here on Clubhouse, but it just appeared on the stairs, took the first, and then the rest of the team took that initiative, moved on in. A big moment from the Jaeger there, just missing that shot. I believe it was Code, if I'm not mistaken, in a very good position to get not just one, but two men. Jailbreak. There we go. 0 recall right there. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah. Doublecross, they equalize the score. It's not quite over yet. The 2 is the minimum that they want if they want to come up and win here on Clubhouse. Getting as many attacking rounds together as possible. 3 would be great, but 2 is certainly enough for them to bring it through, potentially with strong defenses. They're not quite done here. We're going to be moving over to CCTV. They looked pretty much the team on top throughout this round, if it weren't for Toucan and his heroics right at the end. The mistake was probably not going for that breach onto the B-bomb. And I'm thinking maybe they might have learned from that this time around, or at least hoping.
Well, they have definitely learned not to put Zano on mute, and that's what they've learned. Because now they start the round with a 5v5 and even odds there. Just at the start. I want to point out that both of Doublecross's wins are on Gym, which is widely accepted to be the tertiary site. However, it's been Mouseplayz' primary site for most of this game. So I don't know if they think their CC strat is fairly weak, or if they think, you know, their basement strat is really weak. As Zano goes for a spawn peek, he just misses it out. If he stays here long enough, he'll end up in a 1v5 on a doorway, which is very, very terrifying. Oh, missed shots upon missed shots there. Zano going back up to the rafters. As,
not backing off. Well, he is now, technically, but he didn't for a very long time.
To an extent, and he decides to jump through the window?
That's why you don't back off Zano. He's gone straight into an obvious angle, been taken down by the Hibana. A nice breach onto the bay door, just to shut down any window rotate. They don't have a walkable rotate, that's why. He was just trying to get out of there by any means. Probably could have dropped down and gone round, but there's no presence down in lounge, so there's not really much security. Jailbreak, though, is very close to potentially providing an issue. If he doesn't find this, he can see the Claymore. Claymore's gone. Will the players follow suit? No. No peek and kill now. Smuts pulls out the lance, takes down Jailbreak. What a shot. Straight
through the head. Someone signed up to FaZe, man. I'm still questioning Xano's decision to get through the rafters window there, but it doesn't matter because currently it is a 1v5 until Toucan gets picked up. It is now a 2 versus 5 in a very, very dicey situation for Toucan. He goes aggressive and Zaku picks him up, learning from their mistake. It is now a 1 versus 5 for Hammy. He takes out one. Can he get the second? He looks for the second, but he doesn't realize. He doesn't see that there's deep patch. It's another. Can he get the third? No, nice shot. Nice shot. Takes him down with a nice shot. As Hammy almost goes to the 1v5. Oh my god.
As Toucan fell there for the second time in the round, I was thinking, you know what, that's the big moment. They've got rid of the man who can pull out those moments. But suddenly then steps up Hammy, summoning the spirit of Toucan, finds 3 of them, but then is finally shut down in the end as he can't shoot 2 ways at once, which, you know what, is a serious misplay on Hammy's front. What's he doing?
Yeah. Toucan died there just so he could just throw all of his life force into Hammy.
Yeah.
And just go, I believe. Do it for me.
Yeah.
You know, and just that if Hammy would have 1v5 there, just if I'm in Doublecross, I'm going, what are we doing? But thankfully, Nice Shirt puts an end to it very, very quickly there. As it is now 3-2, a dominant attacker side right now for Doublecross. That is showing how close this can be. One round kind of decides here whether it is a close half, right? A 3-3, which is usually not what you want as a defense. You want a 4-2. Or a very dominant attack half for Doublecross. So it's all really down to the wire on this round. Because if Doublecross run away with this on attack and then get only 2 rounds on defense, you know, they get their primary and their secondary site, you know, the two strongest site, they're already on match point. You know, that's 6-2.
Yeah, having won Gym twice, once on CC as well, they've struggled on this bottom floor. Only the one time they can correct it, but it's the same problems they've usually been suffering from, which is not really opening up enough angles and not dealing with that Kaid. It's going to come down to that Kali, or just clever work, I suppose, with other operators to try and deal with those Kaid electric floors and move in. But he can't be losing men this early, especially if Jailbreak is there trying to just take away a free win. There's nothing he can get. He's running right away from that. And the man I was praising about his last game for his incredible kill record, currently going 1-5. It's, well, there you go, Xano. He's helped himself to his first kill as well. He's 1-5 now, joining the club. Not a great club to be in. But, you know, there you go.
It sometimes happens. People have bad days. Nice. Just droning down Hizaku, who has Diffuser in hand, so I have no idea why he is entering his Jailbreak. Shoots a drone and then falls back towards Strip. To be honest, this could have gone a completely different way if Fleshy almost like gives up his life on the rappel there. That was close earlier on. But now they're just making an attempt to clear out Jailbreak as Xano swings right. Nice shot. Takes him up, takes him out with the last bullet of that swing. The Kali is attempting to take out the Electroclaw there. I have no idea where it's placed. It's placed in a spot where the Lances cannot be found, and Jailbreak finds his Zaku. I believe that is almost your Diffuser. Nice shot. Taking out Jailbreak as well. There's your trade. It's a 3 versus 3. However, the last 3 players remaining on Mouseplayz are Toucan, Code, and Hammy, the ones who've been stepping up for them. However, they've got to do with Nice Shirt, who's been a kind of quiet performer as he goes 11-2 just there, taking out Code, swinging wildly there in a really, really well-defended position. I'm not sure what's happening there. Toucan tries to go close with the shotgun. If he swings this, he is dead to rights.
He's got to hold the tight angle, I suppose. And here come 2 players, if not 3. He's found the first. Can he find the second? He throws the canister, but he still finds the shot. And he picks up the final one. Mouseplayz win the round.
What? No way. There is no way. Toucan throws a smoke grenade at Smart, or whoever's playing Kali. I believe it's Smart.
It was Smart.
At him. like mid-animation smart swings, and he still manages to pistol whip the shotgun and absolutely slam him into the dirt. What is going on?
Incredible solo moments across both teams, namely Nice Shirt 1 and Toucan, with the moments, and Hammy, I suppose,
Both
as
support
well.
players, by the way.
But yeah, pretty much everybody's having a good showing. Not so much with the kind of Ash Jaeger mains at the moment necessarily, but wow, a lot of rounds won there where they probably shouldn't have won, and it's not necessarily for teams throwing necessarily, to use that term. I wouldn't. I just think it's some heroics from their opposition. Potential slight misplay from the Kali, being a bit too slow in that position. Otherwise, great play from Mouseplayz. They bring it back to the 3-3. They're successful always downstairs, and now on their attack for the first time they are dealing with a CCTV hold, where they have won a lot of fights in tough positions. They can translate that to the attack well, it'll be great. And that 0 I'm eyeing up might be quite helpful in figuring out what they have to deal with.
Well, that technically means they're bringing a triple hard breach lineup rather than going for something like the Sledge, which is usually more favored because of the grenades, or the Yana for that matter here. As Nice Shirt does a little dance, a celebratory dance for having a bright performance on the Havana and
This
Smoke
is no
here.
time to celebrate. It's 3-3. Reminder of the stakes, Ryan.
Quite possibly, however, good morale is good morale. They're using the 0 cams to try and take out those kites, which are practically impossible to take out sometimes. So that's very smart of them here. They're also utilizing the Gun 6's Zano, but they're just trying to desperately take out these kites. There's one by red stairs and one either below or behind these monitors that Jailbreak is looking at, monitoring the position of those Cade Claws there. He's just waiting, and drones are being thrown out willy-nilly here. A lot of util being expended by Mouseplayz, and a lot of it being picked up by Doublecross here. So it's slowing down within the round. As I say that, Fleshy downs Jailbreak. However, I'm not sure if he's going to pick the kill up or whether he even knows that he is down. Jailbreak has dropped, and I believe Code is off to pick him up.
Yeah, he's back up on his feet. Hammy took a lot of damage. I believe that was from the C4 in garage storage. Really struggling to enter there. A lot of players still standing outside for the attack of Mouseplayz. It's not as efficient as we saw from Doublecross, moving in across, having their simple plan. It seems Mouseplayz are doing a bit more on the attack. They're trying to get control of almost the entire map, which is fine. It's just going to take a lot longer, and it means you are stretched. It means you don't have these man advantages when it comes to the fights, and if you don't refrag, you don't have that refrag potentially, could be a big issue, and especially with players like Ethan holding cheeky angles. But he's coming across 4 men momentarily. He has no idea. If he could see the flood of orange coming across our screen, he'd be a lot more concerned than he probably is.
Oh, what? Jailbreak! Wait, is Jailbreak alive? Oh, they managed to take out Ethan through what I believe is a wall bang there. But Jailbreak almost sacrifices his life by not checking corners. Oh my lord. However, I believe Fleshy already takes him out as Toucan gets the trade. It is now a 4 versus 3. Main breach still isn't open, which allows Hizaku to kind of set free NCC, and he takes out Hammy. They're looking to go for the execute. Radio smoked off, flashes are going out. Hizaku's getting closed on the radio door. They're looking to plant probably deep, as Code is currently below, going up red stairs. Zanu takes out Nice Shirt, Toucan onto Smart, Hizaku in a 1v3. I don't know where he's looking. He's waiting. Line up for him. It's a 1v1. Oh my god, 2 kills there as Code desperately tries to look at him. He takes him out. Oh my god, what a clutch. That is the definition of the word clutch. That is gripping your seat and pulling yourself down so you don't stand up and shout level of clutch. He is wiping the sweat off his brow right now, and so should the rest of Mouseplayz. Radio wasn't droned. It's a really common position, and they almost lost the round because it wasn't.
Ryan, you spoke about how flavorless and dull sometimes Clubhouse can be, but one room on the map didn't hear you. It's Cash. It's been absolutely crazy. And it's no exception, even with the switch around Doublecross. Hizaku not really had too many standout play moments, and then suddenly steps up, finds a cheeky spot, 2 men down, 10 seconds on the clock, can't evade a lovely shot from Code on the Hibana type.
Cash really just said, hold my beer, man. Like, oh my god. Oh
Type
my
49? God. Type 89. What's wrong with my brain?
It is type 89.
Yeah, okay. 21? No, it's definitely something 9, Dan.
Yeah.
I'm 100% sure it's not 21.
Production is seeding lies into our very
God
ears
damn it,
here.
Dan, making us look bad. But you're also doing a fantastic job producing and observing today, so you know what? We'll forgive
Shout out
you.
to Dan.
Yeah.
That's all.
Dan!
Doing God's work here, allowing us to cast as there is a drought of backroom talent. So if you're listening to this and you want to get into observing or producing, please do. We will be ever in your gratitude.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we're seeing a repeat of the sight from Doublecross. It didn't quite work out that time. It did come close. It was a 3 versus 3 pretty late. And then a very close effort from Hizaku on the defensive side.
Well, those
finding those, electricals this time. It's Jailbreak immediately finding the spot, getting that breach wide open. Nice big thermite hole. And it was zapped, I think, a split second afterwards by the second Kaid Claw. That was so close. Could have been an impactful moment if that had got rid of that exothermic, but now he holds on to that to make a hole somewhere else, potentially. There is a triple hard breach opted for again, as we've seen pretty much the same lineup, Bar and Ash.
Instead of the Ash, they brought the Twitch, and oh wow, it doesn't matter if you don't have entry frags on Ash, because you've got Xano on 0 there, taking out his Zaku, playing below, playing solo. There's a brilliant pick to take out, because although he doesn't have any active utility, it means that your bottom floor is clear. However, he doesn't know that there are currently 2 in connector. Just, I believe it was Fleshy, just covering Ethan's retreat there.
Really good. Really
fall
good
back
from now.
towards the site.
Mouseplayz are in a great position here because not just they found that man, it's given Doublecross thought, we've got to come back. We've got to come and sit on the site. As soon as they realize that, which I believe Mouseplayz have, they've got most of the map control. Easy peasy. Still got to deal with Cash, which is a huge issue. I'm surprised we've not seen as much pressure from Red as we might have, given the lack of lounge plays across the board, and as Hizaku has fallen in that position. You think Mouseplayz might send a man or 2 round there, but they're not doing that right now. They're dealing straight head-on with a lot of players. They got the Kaid trying to deny potentially towards that breach. What did he do there?
Well, it was a C4 that he unfortunately missed. Nice shot taking him out. And he swing! Toucan takes him out, but Fleshy gets the trade. And now we are in a 3 versus 2. Jailbreak taking out Smart. That's why you have a player on main. Oh, bang! Jailbreak! Nice shot takes out Code. It's Xano on a 1v2. Oh my god, swinging back and forth. This round has been a pendulum. However, Fleshy catches that pendulum and goes, nope, mine. And ends up taking the round. I was gonna talk about how the kind of popular take right now is to go for a vast majority connector or construction, depending on what you call it, side take, opening the wall, clearing island, clearing radio, planting deep, pushing into red, while having one player sit on main, and he tries to fight the guy on rafters, and he tries to fight the guy on, and he can swing in on the guy on red, which is exactly what Jailbreak did. He killed, I believe it was the rafters guy, and then proceeded to push within the site. Unfortunately, he was wallbanged by Fleshy. What a shot from him. But yeah, just that was expertly done. I loved who was it? It was Ethan's little run out, attempting to take out someone deep within deep within connector.
Yeah.
But
Risky
instead, instead he was removed from play by Toucan, who was sitting on Master.
It was a high-risk, high-reward situation. He was not rewarded as the risk was a bit too much for him. It's a great day for Kaids and Smokes, and the Kaid is stuck for again down on that basement, and he could be a real problem to deal with. Alongside the Intel denial, you've got the Mozzie and the Mute combo, but no Smoke. The Castle instead opted for might give them a bit of flexibility on this roam if he's locked down Lounge, as you'd expect. Not sure if that's 100% true. Down Bar, sorry, not Lounge.
Speaking of
yes,
flexibility,
so yeah, a nice simple
look at Mouseplayz. Yeah, look at Mouseplayz lineup though. They've instead of taking double hard breach, they've just got the Habana. They're taking IQ instead of a 0 and Twitch instead of a Thermite. This is really quite remarkable because of how many operators they're changing around. Is Xanapo using suppressor? Yeah. He is using suppressor.
It's weird for the
it's rare, however, I like
commando, but yeah, there you go. Given its main seller is its damage, but anywho, they're taking from the top down. They don't want to be too slow about it, but they've got to make sure that they flush out the Mute and Mozzie combo. They can deny a lot of intel. I'm not sure if they've got that up here. At least the IQ should be able to locate where a lot of that utility is. I think this operator lineup, as you spoke about, might be intentional, expecting this play from Doublecross, as they've done it in the past. If they've done their homework, they'll know to expect this extension on the roam. They haven't decided to go aggressive straight head on to the site with it. They've instead opted to have a less hard breach central team and a bit more focus on, well, individual gunfighting operators for one, but also just a bit more speed, a bit more flexibility when it comes to the execute. Now, we're halfway through the round. They've only dealt with the top floor. This is the strength that this setup can give you, as well as having a bit more resistance on the first. And there is still some. Check that little long, distant, I think it's a Mozzie sitting over there. Yeah, it's Hizaku all the way at the back, in the usual spot where you probably hide him.
It does look like they're going to drone him, though, or drone him to an extent, or Hizaku is going to walk himself into a drone, and he has, but no one's watching it. However, there is someone watching. Double. He vaults in code. There's your only hard breach and your diffuser gone behind a castle barricade. There's only one way to go through, and that is through the first floor bathrooms, B1, unless they open the castle barricade, which I believe they have done. Zaku C4ing up a long angle. No, that castle barricade is shut. He knows that there is only one angle they need to push through, as Xana puts a breaching charge on that castle barricade, clear as day. One swings in, he's not looking, he's sprinting past corners when he knows there's one in strip. Zaku almost finds his third, but Zano takes him out. And while that's happening, Hammy's in the middle of blue. Nice Shirt takes him out. However, that Smart's gone. It is a 1 versus 2. Toucan versus Ethan and Nice Shirt. Toucan's been going nuclear, but can he survive this 1v2? Can he survive this? Oh my god, it's a kill! There's no way! It goes to the plant. Nice Shirt is just waiting. 14 and 4. These are the two top performers. However, the plant is going down. 0 seconds, middle of the site, and Nice Shirt gets the one tap. How do you miss that, Ethan?
That is one of the misses of the season we've seen with that shotgun there. And then the knife war just completely missing it as well. Toucan, if there's a man to pull something back, it's him from his heroics earlier in the game and throughout quite consistently as well. But not sticking for that first plan. He could have done that, and he might well have got away with it, sitting behind the counter in the back of Church, but he decided to reposition, maybe expecting some aggression. He didn't get it. Stuck with a plant in the middle of the room, too obvious, and the round for Doublecross. A good effort from him to pull it back, but the hard work was pretty much done by Doublecross. The round was almost over from pretty early on because Mouseplayz was so lackluster. They were so slow.
It's pretty smart of him to get off the plant there, just because either way, I don't think he wins that. By the time the clock ticks down to 0, I think that's probably already on top of him either way. So, to be honest, he takes that gamble. That's smart of him.
Ryan, I don't think that's really the main issue at all here. It's Mouseplayz is their early job in the round because they can get to these positions and maybe get it, maybe not. That's not a reliable strategy here against Doublecross, who now have an advantage. They are 1 round away from match point here, and this would lead Mouseplayz to be out of open. They don't get that spot. A reminder for everybody at home on the stakes of this game. You finish 5th, you are safe. You are within open division next season. Mouseplayz currently in 5th, Doublecross on exactly the same points in 6th. So it is just down to the result of this game. Who will have the most points? Who will come away with a win? Overtime or not, you are safe in ECS, and that is very important for both of these teams. Doublecross one step closer to it than Mouseplayz. Currently, they're defending over in Gym, where Mouseplayz failed to defend twice in a row. Not a great sight for them. Doublecross, though, they have a habit of winning this one.
Doublecross are playing far more aggressive than Mouseplayz ever was. You have Nice Shirt over in Rafters, playing the gunfights, and he gets crossfired. Oh my word! They also have someone playing below. I'm not too sure who it is. However, yes, it's Ethan. He was playing by the lounge. However, Hammy has taken that space from him as they're now looking towards clearing out Fleshy here on the Jaeger within that island area. It's just a waiting game. Hopefully Fleshy takes one with them, preferably 2, so they can get an even man count. But it's just waiting until the clear comes out.
Well, you say that. This is cash, so you never know what might be pulled out by Fleshy in this position. He has players all around, but the Mute Jammers will buy him a little bit of security. His teammates... Oh, sorry, no, his teammates picking up a kill, not dropping one. That is... Wait, no, did I got it. Did I get it the wrong way around?
Yeah, it was Shizaku taking a jailbreak there. As Toucan absolutely swings, just Ferrari peaks Fleshy there and just removes his skull from his body there. And now they have cash control, con control, and a minute left on the round. If I am Mouseplayz here, I'm thinking about taking Logi and then probably going for a plant. However, the thing that's stopping him here is Ethan on that Rooney just sitting close. Never mind, Zanu guns him with a G8 and he gets another smart taken out. Zaku gets one, but there's Zanu. Oh my god, the quick 3K just G8 go burr. G8 go burr.
Oh, and a chilly realization for their opposition as they now are facing down match point. One of these two teams will be on match point, which gives that ever so slight terrifying advantage to the team on it as they are one round away from victory potentially. But we've still got a while to go before then. We've got a round in CCTV and Cash, where Doublecross have been successful in the past quite a few times. It does incorporate Cash as well, where Ethan wasn't as successful that particular round in holding anyone off. And Mouseplayz, they addressed a lot of the concerns that we had with them from that basement attack. They were a lot more efficient. They cleared the ground, and they didn't go for an overall scope. They didn't try and take on too much. They didn't push on through bar and put pressure on main. They pretty much funneled themselves through 1 or 2 main areas, relied upon their refrag ability, just stayed that man ahead the whole way through, and then Zano unleashes the power of IQ right at the end to seal the win.
8-9's bringing himself and his KD back from a negative rating there, as he's really a hero within that round, taking that logic control really fast. However, we're moving on to CC, which was defended pretty well. Mouseplayz managed to get the wall open, however, it ended up in a 2v1 with Zano at the end of it. And if he was playing like he is now, he might have won it. However, he was not, unfortunately. But it was, to be honest, it was really just an issue within the execute, where they just couldn't win the gunfights, and they ended up losing out because of it. Really.
Game's a pretty good advert for the craziness that is EEG. These are technically the 2 bottom place teams.
Yeah, no.
In the entirety
this
of
is remarkable plays.
Did I say EEG? ECS. That's an old habit. Dear me. Anywho.
Back in the good old days.
Yeah, I guess. Anywho, a garage take looks like it's about to be attempted by Hammy. He's dealing with Banshees, but he's got more players to deal with behind that. The one on Rafters too. Who is that? It's the Wamai.
It is the Wamai of Smarts there. As his objective right now is just to survive. Probably go 1 for 1 waste time predominantly. Shoot a couple drones. He's got a Zaku there waiting in oil pit, waiting for them to try and push up the stairs to take him out, where he will have a very favourable gunfight onto them, holding a tight angle, just heading. However, Jailbreak takes out Smarts, and he's in rafters? He's on rafters 90. Did he push through the site? Oh my god, Nice Shirt takes out Hammy, his Zaku takes out Zano though. However, Jailbreak is in the middle of 90. Jailbreak gets down, Nice Shirt retakes the site, and now they are sitting with rafters, with bottom garage control, however, not rafters control, and main breach open. Nice Shirt is in a risky position. So
is
where he is
Code
right now.
Code's in a pretty risky position too. He could be peekable by the smoke, but no, takes down the smoke. No finisher will be able to take place as he's completely isolated. No teammate as his drops. 4 versus 1, technically, you imagine that revive should be able to take place. Ibana now, she's got no stuns left, no teammate, no support, and a little bit of time to work with. That's just about it. We've seen some crazy things here on this site, but it is Code's chance for Mouseplayz. He doesn't want to see them go match point down. That's not a great position to be in, but it's very smart from Doublecross. They're playing it passive. They're moving into stronghold positions, not allowing a single man to be caught off unnecessarily, and he's surely going to be pushing into a very tight cross angle. Here comes the smoke, but only takes a bit of damage from Red. He's ready for the flank behind, but doesn't receive it. And he finds the head of the Kaid. The C4, though, pre-placed underneath, chucked nice and quickly, actually, from underneath, and it's a simple enough kill, but almost pulling it back again. Code toying with our emotions, but Doublecross, they'll be the ones being quite happy right now, as they are 1 round away from ECS safety.
1 round away from ECS safety. However, they've still got to defend Church, which was actually remarkably good due to the heroics of Izaku there, and the kind of lack of efficiency from Mouseplayz. So hopefully, because I want to cast more and I want to see more, and I want the viewers to see more because it's a very exciting game.
Who's Seymour?
Don't shut. But well, you've completely derailed my point. God damn you!
I'm E-Bag. Anywho, 6-5 currently the score. Doublecross, they're in a pretty decent position. You'd fancy them here. They won this out last time. Every single bottom floor defense has won out so far. 3 attempts, 3 wins. 2 for Mouseplayz, 1 for Doublecross. That is statistically, they've got a lot to do here, the attackers. They've got to deal with the Kaid potentially if he's zapping up those hatches. But you imagine, I think that Castle 6 pick might be cheekier than we realize, because they'd be indicating towards that extension and then maybe not doing it. This looks like a very deep hold.
This does look like a very kind of turtle type hold.
If Mouseplayz waste as much time as they did last time expecting this sort of play, and then it turns out they need to deal with so much utility that's been dumped in and around the site, well, that could really punish them. This could be a very clever play from
The big giveaways are if CC and Jacuzzi are reinforced, which they have discovered that they aren't. However, Jailbreak is playing the roam cutoff on the main stairs. I believe it might be getting called out that yep, Zano's going straight into stock. It's being called out that they are not in fact roaming, and it is a turtle setup here, as they're going to take quick control of the middle floor and drone everything out and make sure all the corners are clear. There's no one hiding in strip planning any heroics, which we know there isn't, but that's because we have Dan's beautiful bird's eye view as Jailbreak plays very aggressively towards the main stairs.
Yeah, he's blasting on in, Jailbreak. He's eyeing up the head of Smarts, but can't quite land those bullets that he needs. A lot of utility available for both teams. It's going to be a battle of attrition here, unless there's some sort of wild charge in. But Jailbreak is just tempting fate with his relatively low kill record, which is quite a surprise so far in this game. Still, he's just as confident as ever. He's trying to gun away down there. Angles being open now that Mouseplayz have full control pretty much of the entire map, except for the bottom floor. They can just get these things open, figure out exactly what they want to do, and they've got to deal with this Kaid Electrical. They don't have the Kali along this time. Seems like they have, and Smarts is going to put a cheeky Banshee underneath just in case. Whilst that impact tracking is going down, still tough. There's still 3 impacts remaining for these defenders, and they're under very little pressure.
Yep, it appears to be a double impact trick. Hizaku is just trying his best to stick around and stay alive. He gives up his position, and Smarts takes his position back. However, Habana has more Habana charges than they have impact, so they're going to have to eventually give it up as Code eventually opens up the hatch, and Jailbreak eventually gets taken out by Smarts. That's your main stairs player down. Toucan's going to take his possession. Fleshy takes out Zano. It was going so well, but there's a flanking Jaeger, and it's being called out. Taken out by Toucan. That's your top performer taken out by Mouseplayz' top performer as those feet holes get smoked off as Toucan looks to push himself down towards long. As, I don't even. He doesn't. No one knows he's there, but he's been full flashed as he has to just wait until he can see maybe a bit of aggression. Ethan sees him get spotted out. Smarts takes out Cold. It is now a 1 versus 4 with 7 seconds left. Hammy has nothing to do but drop, and Doublecross have nothing to do but win. There we go. 7-5. Nice shirt gets 17 kills there. Oh my god. Plus 11. As he goes 17 and 7. That is remarkably. That is remarkable.
So many players and so many kills, so many fantastic plays, and most importantly, so many points for Doublecross. They take all 3, which pushes them way up above their opposition, and it ensures their safety in ECS. We will be seeing them in Open Division next season, and well deserved. What a great game of Clubhouse that was.
Definitely, certainly a very, very good game there. A lot of heroics, a lot of just wonderful, wonderful plays. As just I feel like if teamwork wise, Mouseplayz were just a little bit more on point, it could have been a lot closer. It could even have been a win in their direction. However, that's just not how it was on the day. They had a couple performances from a couple of players, and sometimes that's just life. Unfortunate it has to happen today with a game with so much so much on the line. But it does mean they have to re-qualify. If they are the same caliber of team that they should be, if they should be in Open Division, they'll qualify again.
Yeah.
That's how I view it, and that's how they probably view it. That they will probably most likely just qualify again, possibly qualify for contenders even. But we'll see them again in summer quals, essentially.
Yes.
They probably have a couple more games to play. However, those games might be just a little bit useless. But is this their last game of the season?
Yes, this is final Playday.
Oh, so we will just see them in summer quals, which is a while away, because playoffs are soon. I'm excited. Are you excited, Ebak?
I'm very excited. It's going to be great. There's so many great games coming up as of next week. Playoffs. And a reminder for everyone how that's going to work. We got the 2 open teams who have qualified at the bottom. They are playing against each other. We have contenders 1 versus 4, and then 2 versus 3, and then majors 5th and 6th place teams, and then they're going to kind of work their way in as all the rest of the teams from the top of major just drop in here and there and give their insights. It's going to be a really, really tough one for anyone working their way up, but thankfully we've kind of narrowed it a bit so that some of the lower down teams, like these open teams, might just have a bit of a smoother ride up. Because that's been a bit of an issue in the past. You don't want to play 15 games a week or whatever it is. That's not the case anymore. So good things for open teams. Lots of good things for open teams today, unless you are Mouseplayz White. Unfortunate for them. But hopefully we'll see them again in the qualifiers. Maybe they'll even play against me and my super team. But we'll have to wait and see. Or maybe one of yours, mine. Or you and yours. Oh, I'd love to play against your team.
Oh,
that'd be fun.
Oh,
anyway,
we're gonna get a bit of a rivalry going.
Definitely. Clash. I've been Ebak. I will bring Clash every single round. You're not allowed to ban her. Those are the rules. And I've been joined today by Ryan for the first time in ECS. Not for the lack of trying, but here we are. It's been an absolute pleasure, and we will both see you again in the second day of the playoffs because we are scheduled for that, aren't we?
Yep, next Tuesday, 8th of June, my birthday.
Ooh.
So I get a
Crazy.
brilliant present. You get a brilliant cast. We will see you then.
Putting it down.